everybody on today's exciting episode of season 3, where we celebrate the extraordinary individual who are shaping the world with passion, purpose, and perseverance. I'm your host, Dr. Arti, and I'm here beyond honored to welcome a truly remarkable guest, somebody who wears many crowns, both literally and figuratively also. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Priyal Doshi, a powerhouse of intellect, elegance, and heart. We are truly grateful to have her here on the show today, and I would like to hear more about her in detail from the lady herself. So, next on the screen is you, ma'am. Please let us know more about you.
Thank you, Dr. Arti, for a warm welcome and great introduction. I'm humbled and honored to be part of this podcast. So, I'm Doctor of Physical Therapy and a Wellness Consultant, and I have several businesses. So, wellness business is TheraWays Wellness, and my design line is Priyal Doshi Couture. And I also have my music production company, Iconic Global Productions, and my foundation, Iconic Global Foundation. Today, we are going to talk more about the TheraWays Wellness and Priyal Doshi Couture and how I combine this health, wellness, and high fashion. So thank you for having me. And
Pleasure is all mine.
let's have a conversation.
Yes, so let me start this exciting session with the first question that I want to ask on the behalf of the audience. And we want to know more about you in terms of the health and the global control. So the first question is that you hold a doctorate in physical therapy and you run a very successful brand of control. So how do you actually come and you blend this healthcare and the high fashion into a unique brand, a unique product, and a powerful personal brand?
That's a great question. For me, the common thread between healthcare and high fashion has always been empowerment. I've always been deeply passionate about helping people feel their best, whether that's through physical wellness or personal style. With my wellness brand, TheraWays, we take an integrative approach to health, combining physical therapy, yoga, and holistic practices to support people's overall wellness and beauty goals. My background includes a doctorate in physical therapy with advanced training in women's health and orthopedic care. And I'm also a certified experienced yoga instructor. So everything we do is grounded in evidence based care, but also personalized and deeply intentional. On the other side, my couture label, Priyal Doshi Couture, comes from a lifelong love of design. I trained in fashion and launched the brand with the idea of creating timeless, elegant pieces that celebrate individuality. It's now gained international recognition, which I'm incredibly grateful for. It might sound like two very different worlds, but for me, they are both about offering quality, care, and transformation. That's what ties it all together.
Okay, that's wonderful. Actually, I personally wanted to ask you more about your journey. So the next question that I would be posing is about the empowerment and through example that, as you already mentioned right now. So you have been recognized globally for your leadership, for innovation and empowerment work. So how do you use that platform, especially when you're a mother of two, and then you inspire the next generation, particularly the young boys? So how do you support and uplift the women?
So, as a mother of two boys, one of my biggest goals is to raise them to be kind, compassionate, and respectful of women's ambitions. I want them to grow up as allies, men who cheer for the success of the women around them. Through my nonprofit Iconic Global Foundation, I support young people through mentorship, scholarships, and community service. We even help qualify them for the President's Lifetime Achievement Award, which is such a special way to recognize their impact. I also stay involved with causes that support education and animal welfare because for me, it's all about creating a more compassionate, empowered world. And I hope my boys grow up seeing that and carry those values forward in their own way.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, just to know a bit more about how do you handle things. So, do you actually face any challenge or stress in this process because you have been having too much as a part of your career and then your goals, and also because when my team was going through your profile, we actually saw that the pet care that you have, which is different apart from the profile that you own. So, how do you actually face some challenges in the process, or is it very
I
smooth?
mean, there is always challenge that is mainly about the time management, right? We want to justify each role And I want to make sure that when I have several things on my plate, I give my 100% to each task. And while doing other things outside in the community, I don't put my personal life on back burner. So I think the time management is the biggest challenge. But I have grown to really do it well. That if I'm at home, I try to give my time with my family and probably just keep my phone or social media away. That really helps me to separate, both things. And also when I'm outside working, I tell my family that, okay, I'll be away and I'll be focusing on that. So if you need me urgently, reach out to me. But let's all kind of work on what we really want to achieve. And we all are supportive of each other. And I think that's what really helps. When I help my children achieve their goals, they also help me achieve my goals. And we know that common factor is that as much as we love each other, we also want to make an impact in the community and help each other um, really kind of achieve that, what we really want to accomplish in life.
True, that is very important and it's very difficult. I can imagine keeping the phone aside and then, but the family support is very important to take you forward. So, yeah, that's true. Okay, so we want to dive more in detail about your journey. So, from a small town, India, to international stages, what's your journey from a small town to internationally runways, receiving global awards across the globe, being extraordinary? So, what were some of the pivotal moments that actually shaped your transformation so far?
So my journey from a small town in India to international runways and global recognition has been filled with growth, resilience, and gratitude. One of the most pivotal things for me was learning to believe in myself. I've always loved the stage, whether it was performing arts or taking on leadership roles. And those early experiences really helped shape my personality and built my confidence. I come from a very simple, humble background. We didn't always have access to a lot of resources, but what I did have was the unwavering support of my family. They encouraged me to dream big, even when the path wasn't clear. And that belief from them and eventually from within myself was everything. Today, I'm incredibly grateful that I have that same support from my husband and my boys, my two young boys, 12 and 9. They cheer me on in their own ways, and knowing they are proud of me keeps me grounded and driven. So while there have been many milestones along the way, international fashion weeks, global awards, launching my brands, what shaped me most were those quiet, early moments of courage, creativity, and belief, backed by a family that always stood by me. And I have always been kind of a blessed to have some strong support of the friends. So kind of they always empower me, inspire me, and make me believe in myself, make me feel more confident.
Yeah, so because we have so far heard that there's a female behind a man and a man behind a female in case it's
It's
progressing
a
in the
teamwork.
future. So ideally, it's a teamwork. It's a family, yeah, support that is required for both of them to grow together. Okay, so talking about your businesses and your ventures. So the power of the purpose-driven venture that you are talking about. One is this TheraWays, and the other one is the Priyal Doshi Couture. So it seems that they actually serve a purpose behind the business goals. So what missions do they carry? Could you share your vision with those ventures and ultimately reflect the collective purpose of the venture as well as your business?
So both TheraWays and Priyal Doshi Couture are deeply rooted in a shared mission to empower individuals through quality, care, and transformation, like I mentioned earlier. So with TheraWays, the focus is on holistic well-being, providing therapeutic solutions that genuinely improve lives. It's all about creating access to care that's not only effective, but also compassionate and human-centered. Priyal Doshi Couture, on the other hand, is about self-expression and confidence. Through thoughtfully designed, responsibly made fashion, we celebrate individuality and help people feel seen, valued, and powerful in their own skin. So, at the heart of both ventures is a commitment to the purpose, I believe in building a future where every person, regardless of background, has the opportunity to thrive. That belief drives everything I do.
So this venture, what actually made you think of starting this venture when you initially started this?
So, TheraWays Wellness, I think that took place because I grew up in India, uh, experiencing that overall wellness place, naturopathy, yoga, physical therapy, where there is a one place where we can have everything. People come from go for retreat, and I did my yoga training from the Yoga Institute, directly under the leadership of Dr. Hansaji, and just had that exposure. Though I grew up in a small town, had I was blessed to kind of have exposure to things that were really meaningful. I think God created that path for me to kind of have a vision in my life. And so just having that exposure in early life, that how that one place can have everything, that can offer everything. And that's how I started TheraWays. TheraWays means therapeutic pathways. So we offer integrative approach, and kind of overall, we want to help people feel better. The Priyal Doshi Couture took place when I had that passion of designing, and I always felt that something that I want to create, and something that kind of helps me going, helps me connect with people, helps me empower people, and also always that I had the passion, the hobbies in designing art, performing arts. The fashion shows and designing clothes that kind of always brought that little girl, out of me, and I kind of enjoy it. And also, I was able to create the platform for many women and men, um, for all ages, and I think it has been a very successful venture, and it started with kind of at some point I had ankle fracture, and I felt like maybe that other side of me that I had, my father had a belief in me that I could do very well in fashion designing that I did not believe when I was young. And so at this point I felt like, okay, maybe I should pursue this as well. And uh, interestingly, yes, it's been a great experience.
And you have been doing wonderful. We have seen the profile and we were amazed to see it. And of course, because people look at the shiny part, they look at the success, but they don't know the journey and what struggles you have faced so far. So the journey is very important, I believe, rather
The
than talking about.
traveling, right? Traveling to different areas to get uh, the kind of work with different production houses. And also at the same time, I want to empower people. They have art, they have talent, but they are not privileged to have
Right, right.
the connections, right? So I really kind of try to give like them the projects that can really show their art. And there is a purpose behind everything. And there are people, they are in very small rural places, but they are so talented. And so I travel around and I find their talent, and I really want to give life to that.
And they're very lucky to find you somewhere as a part of their career. So, okay, so moving to the next question, redefining the strength and the style that you have. So, you describe yourself with the quote that she has the mindset of a queen and the heart of a warrior. So, what does that mean to you in the context of being a women leader in multiple industries?
So that quote really captures the balance I strive for as a woman leader across different industries. Having the mindset of a queen means embracing confidence, vision, and grace, leading with clarity and purpose. It's about knowing your worth, setting high standards, and uplifting others as you rise. At the same time, the heart of a warrior reflects resilience, courage, and determination. It's the strength to face challenges head on, to persevere through setbacks, and keep pushing forward even when the path isn't easy. Together, these qualities empower me to navigate the complexities of leadership with both compassion and tenacity. Being a woman in multiple industries requires that blend: the wisdom to lead thoughtfully and the warrior spirit to break barriers and create lasting impact.
Okay, that's very interesting. And the next question that I'm about to ask you is my favorite for the podcast, which is the highlight. And that's your recent exposure, right, with the film festival, right?
Yes.
So, can you just tell us the journey about how did you showcase your brand? What was the experience so far? The Cannes Film Festival and that journey, that exposure experience. I guess the audience would actually love to know more about it.
Sure, certainly. So I successfully showcased my collection at Cannes Film Festival with models from all around the world and walked the red carpet as an artist, designer, woman of the universe elite, and Mrs. Universe Asia America. Uh, and I received that Iron Lady
Yeah.
Icon Award. It's right here, the crowns and awards I can displaying here. Uh, because it has the meaning, right? It gave me that confidence to move further and do better. So, receiving the Iron Lady Icon Award, there was a powerful recognition of fearless artistry and my dedication to uplifting communities through film, fashion, and purpose driven innovation. It's a milestone that fuels my passion to keep inspiring and creating impact. And it's also amazing to see how my brand has grown. So when I decided to go for Cannes, and I just published on social media that I'm going to do a fashion show, and how people like models from all around the world, different countries, reached out to me that they would love to walk and they would be a part of it. They would love to collaborate for future projects. And it was just amazing to see that how brand has grown, how I have made my name and impact globally. And also after the fashion show, they want to work together, for future projects, and how we can kind of still stay in touch and collaborate. So it's been amazing. I think this is what I love when I travel. Kind of, I work with people, I meet new people every time, and each one has something amazing to share, and kind of we learn from each other. And every time, like, just I grow my network, I grow the friendship, and just that's what keeps me going. And the recognition every time I receive, it just feels like, okay, I'm doing something right, and maybe I'm on the right path. So why not continue to make a difference?
Yeah, you're making all of us proud, and you're actually on the right path, I must say. So, yeah, of course. And then, the experience also matter. Networking is very, very important, as you have been telling us that you go around, you meet people. And that's one of the things you could also bring people to your ventures and maybe also provide them employment. So, I would say, again, it's a contribution to society in that ways, which is a part of your business
Correct.
venture, right? Okay. So,
Right.
though we have a very short podcast, I wanted to talk more about your career, your family, your background, and what you have been doing so far. But sadly, everything which starts has an end, of course. So, any few statements or last advice or any message to the audience that you would like to give?
So I think the main message I would like to give is believe in yourself. When you find your strength, work towards it, and always have a purpose behind your action. That will help you to grow, and people will support you because they know that you have right intentions behind your work and the actions. And just keep inspiring people and keep empowering. At the end, how you empower people will come to you, they will empower you, and we all can grow together. The goal is to make the world a better place. We all can work together to make a larger impact in the world and make the world a better place to live.
Okay. Thank you for this warm, sweet, and inspiring message. It was nice to have you on the show. I'm thankful enough because you could find time from your busy schedule to be with us and to share your journey. Apart from this basic questions, like formal questions, there's a personal question because we know about your music brand, right? You've recently started a
Sure.
music brand and you have a lot of talents. We already have seen that on the showcase already. So, how was your experience with that? And we wish you all the best, first of all, for the song launch. I wish even we could also start using those songs on our reels. Yeah, but then how was the
Yeah.
experience and how do you feel now?
So it's been an amazing experience. I started singing probably as soon as I started talking, speaking. So I grew up in that environment where Indian classical music was very much into the family. And then I learned singing. People used to laugh that even when you talk, it sounds like you're singing. But never thought I would make my career in that, though I enjoyed it very much. And it's just kind of how things started falling in place, and I want to inspire my children. I know they have it in them, that the genes, and so I'm like, how about we create something together? And just thought it starts with me. So that's when they are going to see that mother is doing it, we should also do it, and then we can, create memories together. So that's how I started, and the creating songs. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I started singing during my fashion shows with the live music, and then I'm like, okay, that's great that I'm kind of creating mashups and singing, but how about singing my own songs or playing music of my own songs? And it has been wonderful because I see how people kind of are always cheering and
Yeah.
dancing and clapping, and they enjoy the music. And at the end, I walk kind of as a designer, as a singer, and then it just kind of it feels wonderful. People feel great about what I do, and of course, I feel great about things. And at the end, how my children feel. About this, and now they really want to pursue it too. The education is a priority, but the music and other hobbies are always something that gives us that deep joy. And so I think that's something that music has given me, and I continue to keep creating kind of more uh, better songs, music videos, film, documentary. There are a lot of things that I want to share with the world because I think I have a unique story, and a lot of things can help empowering people. And also, it kind of brings a joy to work together as a family with my children. So, just a lot of things coming soon, hopefully, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, so wonderful. We'll stay tuned and we wish you all the best for your journey ahead. And I'm sure the music will be a great hit. It was nice. It was nice personally as an audience to
Yeah.
listen.
So far, four
So,
songs have been out,
yes, because I
and
was really
more
astonished to
songs.
see. I was like, okay, the song is nice, but I haven't heard this before. So when I went and looked at it, it was my own creation. I was like, okay, wow, even this is the talent. So yeah, and a compliment to you is you don't look like a mother of two. Actually, I thought maybe you're just married, but you don't have kids. But okay, I just got to know from your profile that you have kids also. Yeah, so very, very well
Yes, I
maintained.
have.
It's too much on the plate, and I don't
Thank
know how
you.
you're balancing, but yeah, it's a commendable job you're doing. So wish you all the best. Thank you so much for finding out time, and it was great to have you on the show. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you for
Thank you.
having me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was in the house Dr. Priyal Doshi. She is a doctor of physical therapy and an MBA holder who masterfully blends science and style and health in her Couture. She is the inspiring force behind Priyal Doshi Couture and TheraWays, two ventures that reflect her vision of empowerment, wellness, and creativity. She's crowned with the title of Women of Universe Elite, Mrs. Universe Asia America, and Mrs. International America, and there's a lot to the list. She has graced global runways from Paris and Milan to New York and LA, and recently the Cannes Film Festival 2025. Yes, you heard it right. So, from being named the Influential Women of the Year to Global Impact Awards recipient and the Women of Substance 2025 to be published in Entrepreneur Herald 40 Under 40 and the Atlanta, Dr. Priyal continues to inspire and to uplift community around her across the world. Her work extends beyond fashion and healthcare into animal welfare, education, and mentorship, while being a loving wife, devoted mother of two and a dog, and a proud supporter of veterans. Her journey is inspiring and is a true reflection of the code that she lives. She has a mindset of a queen and the heart of a warrior. Thank you for joining us on the show today. It was amazing to host you, and it was a lovely experience. And for using your voice, your achievements, and your heart to dive to positivity and positive change around you. It was a lovely experience to host you today on the channel. So I hope the audience would like the conversation, the life story, and the journey, because it's truly inspiring. And you are an inspiration to many, I'm sure. And we wish you all the best for your upcoming projects. And so this was about the podcast today. I hope you like the conversation, and we'll see you next time, next week, same time, on the same platform with the same host. And until then, this is your host signing off.